Greetings nerdy list aficionados and welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. Today once more it's power time, looking at an array of powers that you may not know about held by one character. Today's candidate is Nightcrawler, Kurt Wagner. Yes, I kind of pronounced that pretty flatly, but I tried. You may think you know all there is to know about this blue teleporting X-Man, and maybe you do, but a few of these may be a surprise to you. I'm Sash and these are the top 10 superpowers you didn't know Nightcrawler had. Maybe. Caveat, I don't know how hard you stand for Nightcrawler. Let's get started. Number 10. Micro-suction discs. Nightcrawler first debuted in Giant Size X-Men #1 in 1975 as part of the revamp that really saved the X-Men and shot them into prominence. Fun fact, the X-Men weren't super popular until this run with the new lineup, even though people think it was the first lineup that popularized them. Not true. No, who people were here for was Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, etc. One of the things that made Nightcrawler stand out, of course, was his purposely fiendish appearance. And that included an ability to walk on walls and adhere to corners, hanging upside down in a whole host of unnatural positions. Well, this was because of micro-suction discs, and it's part of his mutant ability. They are built into his hands and feet, and they allow him to stick to any surface. This is why he can so easily maneuver, that and his prehensile tail. Some people think he's just balancing and grabbing something with his tail, but no, sticky hands. Number 9. Offensive teleporting. Now, Nightcrawler is of course known for his teleportation abilities, but did you know they can be used offensively? And we're not just talking to disorient or strategically place a person that they're going to smash onto the floor, although those are both good options. No, it takes energy to teleport and to be teleported. It's a massive endeavor, all your molecules being relocated from one spot to another. While it tires Kurt out as well, he has more of a resistance to it. It is an innate ability for him after all. Not so much so for his passengers. So if he grabs you and teleports you enough times, you may just find yourself passing out. Number 8. Aided by the Earth. Another interesting fact about Kurt's teleportation is that it is affected by the Earth itself. It is easier for him to teleport along the Earth's magnetic lines than against them. Translation, he can go north to south easier than east to west. Now for smaller distances this is negligible, but when you get into those big distances, well then it of course makes a difference. Nightcrawler needs to know where he is going anyway, or he did before, we'll get into that later. Otherwise, he was always worried he would teleport into something solid, which was a real risk. Number 7. Camouflage. Nightcrawler is quite often drawn in the shadows, or emerging from them. Now many fans felt that his ability to blend into the darkness was largely because of the dark indigo of his fur and skin, but it's more than that. Nightcrawler also has the ability to bend the light, so that it can be harder to distinguish him, making him almost like a shadow. So again, lots of abilities on top of each other. So because of this, even in full light, he can appear like he is a shadow. Number 6. Subconscious spatial awareness. Now remember how I mentioned that Nightcrawler is concerned about teleporting into solid objects? Well, he really doesn't need to worry quite as much as he does. This is because he has subconscious spatial awareness, which means that he has an extrasensory perception that makes him slightly aware of where solid objects are where he's going, to make sure that he doesn't, teleport his feet into the ground and stuff like that. But he doesn't really trust it. It is subconscious after all, which is why he prefers to teleport places he has been or is familiar with. Number 5. Teleportation through dimensions. Now when Nightcrawler teleports, he actually does so by moving through another dimension, specifically the Brimstone dimension. So kinda like stepping through, because of his heritage. But here's the thing, all of this happens so quickly that Nightcrawler isn't even aware of this dimension, or that he is using it to travel, instead thinking he's just blinking through his own dimension. But this is why when he disappears, he not only leaves a smoke cloud, but it smells like brimstone. Number 4. Night vision. Again, the night in Nightcrawler's name is not just there for his dark blue complexion, but because he can actually see at night in the dark. His eyes naturally have night vision. This whole thing adds to the shadows and the moving through the night motif that we have going on. His eyes actually glow. It's not just for show. So impressed with my voice cracked. Number 3. Demonic perks. So Nightcrawler's father is the demon Azazel, a demon warlord from whom Nightcrawler gains most of his powers. As one can imagine, because of Nightcrawler's religious allegiance, he's not the most fond of his father, but he has made deals with him on occasion, and now teleports using his father's vamps, special demons that vastly enhance his teleportation abilities for the fact that they act like beacons. He also is able to weaken demons so that they are affected by the blood of the cherubim. Number 2. Vamps. VAMPS. So as mentioned, aside from the funny acronym that now is in play, these demons act as beacons, and with Nightcrawler able to sense them, he can teleport to wherever they are without having seen it. This has given him the confidence to attempt jumps that he would never have before. And now he has little demons that swarm him. Cute or scary? You decide. And finally, in at number 1, immortality. That's right, Kurt has joined the Immortality Club. See, when Kurt was dead, because he died, he still had plots dealing with what he was doing, being in heaven or negotiating with his father in hell. However, he would ultimately make a deal sacrificing his soul to resurrect himself, which means he can no longer die by natural means, but instead when his chain is yanked from beyond. Stressful times. But quasi-immortality, yay! So did you know all these powers? Let me know down below. Are you fans of Nightcrawler? Let me know that too. I'm Sasha and thanks so much for watching Top 10 Nerd. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you never miss a vid. See you again soon. Bye bye.